This is the thing every morning. We have to open our bear cans again, and it's freaking hard as frick. Ow. See, got this little freaking notch here. I don't know if you can see that. We just want to get to our food, but we can't because it's stuck in these cans. Come on, bitch. I think just hurt.
Three brothers hike the John Deere Trail with one another.
You see this? Kyle left his clothes on this rock right here. These crystals.
Kyle just pointed out to me that my face is swollen. I look like a different person. I wonder if my face unlock still works.
You look like your name's Brian.
My hands are getting so fucking roasted, dude. I'm gonna have to put sunscreen on every hour. You want to explain what we're doing today, Kyle?
Oh, we're doing?
Yeah.
So today we're hiking from Crabtree, 11.6 miles to the nearest water source, close to Forester Pass. That's going to be a big pass, which we'll probably have to get up early and do because it's going to be really hard. So we're trying to get there. It's about 11.6 miles. Yeah, I thought it was 11.2. It's 11.6, I think. I don't know. Pretty sure it's 11.6. To the nearest water source. We'll see. Hopefully it's a seasonal water source, so we're not sure if it's going to be flowing or not, but hopefully it's flowing. Or else we're going to have to go further.
Feeling pretty strong after summiting Whitney yesterday. It was nice to have a light pack. That said, my forearms are roasted and toasted like a marshmallow over a campfire.
I have some purple on my hand that I'm a little worried about.
I'll be layering the sunscreen today. But yeah, we're feeling good. And we'll see you on top of the trail.
That looks baller, absolutely baller status. Put that as a background on my fucking computer.
That tree was trying to break the internet.
This was definitely like my best mood on the trail. It was warm. We had been out there for a couple days. Our bones were kind of like a bit used to it. We're getting used to like the routine of waking up and getting out. But it was a really fucking nice day.
Tracking is really good. This is the day we handed out like 12 of our patches and we are like, whoops.
Yeah, I mean, I don't regret it.
We were just really excited to be on the trail and like talking to people who are just finishing the JMT. Literally every person, we were like, hey, you finishing the trail? Want a patch?
Yeah, we really were. Like, hey, like, do you want a freaking patch? Like, of course, yeah. Everyone was like, yeah.
Thanks. This is Bighorn Plateau, probably one of my favorite places on Earth. Well, I always thought I liked plateaus, but I think this is the first one I've ever been on.
I've always liked drawing the shape of a plateau. So this felt right.
We're looking at how far we are to water.
Shepherd's Pass, yeah.
How much further till we get there?
2 miles away.
I was psyched. I mean, just like looking around at like a vast, like flat landscape surrounded by like mountains. It's a really like cool feeling.
Yeah.
I feel like we should be riding a horse, like, you know what I mean? You're like a cowboy, like discovering land, like, and that you came across that, you're like, whoa, this is cool.
Little lunch spot. Ooh, it's a beautiful lunch spot, Pat.
This is where we let our shoes dry. This was a good thing to do. You know, take off the shoes, let your feet breathe.
Oh, totally. This was a day that felt like so good because the sun was actually really warm.
All right, here's this rehydrated beans with some goldfish.
Not bad. Not great.
Let me see you try it, Kyle.
And then Ryan was peeing, and there was like 3 or 4 bees coming after him.
Yeah, and that happened to me too.
Yeah.
They were trying to get that moisture. They like that pee-pee water.
Yeah, the bees are after Ryan more than you think.
Oh, they would make a return later for their fucking vengeance. I don't know if I'd taken an edible that morning. I think I may have. I remember being pretty high going through this area. It was cool.
It was great. We were just going up.
It's funny because I don't really remember where I was specifically high because it was all just so cool, you know what I mean? Like even when I wasn't high, I was like, fuck, this is cool. I guess you could say I was just high on life. Trying to look around for a spot.
The best spot we could find was just near this rock.
Yeah. It was the only thing. We're like, well, we should look for something with a little bit of coverage in some way.
gonna be a windy one.
Set up. I mean, this rock is gonna do fucking nothing at all. We're about, I think, 12,000 feet up here. It's beautiful. You can see the waterfall up there, many waterfalls. Grass, like Teletubby land. But I know it's gonna get fucking cold.
Kyle said he would sleep in the solo tent tonight. I know I'm gonna freeze if I'm in there.
It was brisk whenever we were even taking a grundle dip. But it was so like beautiful, it didn't matter. Nothing mattered. It was warm, the sun was still out, but I remember being like, we need to do this now because the sun's gonna go down.
Yeah, luckily you kept pace with a lot of the stuff on the trail because I had to follow. I was like, okay, we're taking a grundle dip.
It was like basically the size of your body. You're like meant to like lay there. You know, some explorer, you know, cowboy had done the same thing.
Some part of me feels like John Muir himself used to bathe there.
I could see that. I could see maybe Louis Strentzel and him having a bit of a time in there.
Louis Strentzel is John Muir's wife. You guys, the grass felt like a sponge.
It really did. The grass was so soft next to the water right there. Like,
This is one of the places on the trail. It's just like a fantasy world.
and this day, was really just one of the coolest. This fucking waterfall. I remember seeing that waterfall. I'm like, we had to like go over there and check that out.
Cross there.
I really didn't want to. I was really done hiking.
I just wanted to walk around this whole zone because it was like a giant like half bowl that we were sitting in.
Yeah, I would have liked to just explore that for an entire day, that whole area. It was really cool. I just love the flat rocks and the water kind of going down like I don't even know, like rain on like a side of a barn in the middle of spring.
It was just a nice thing to do. Sit in a cool spot, pass around to Giorgio.
It did help relax the bones and be like that. Once I smoked, I feel like I wanted to stretch because stretching felt better, and then I could really like be like ready for the next day. So it was therapeutic, really.
Lunge.
The transition from day to night was like really like there was a lot of different colors. Like it was a true transition.
It was like something out of a James Cameron film. It felt like Avatar a bit, you know?
Just when we thought it was the perfect day, our Source squeeze sprung a leak. Show me that leak.
Yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal. It was just annoying. But yeah, at that point we're like, well, I guess Sawyer squeezed. Were we handling it too rough?
Turns out it was a really freaking windy night too. I didn't want to come out of you guys were looking at the stars. I was like, frick that. It is so cold out there.
Yeah, it did look cool, and like the landscape itself looked.
Yeah, that was maybe one of the coolest places I've ever been. Just in that dome surrounded by the stars, it was really, really nice.
The stars were so dang bright too. When I'm like way up there in the mountains at night and like the stars are out, I do just feel like I'm sitting in space.
Yeah, you do feel closer to like God.
You know, for John Muir, nature and God were like the exact same thing.
Right.
He kept using them interchangeably in his writing.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Okay.